Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a timeless reading. This energy was activated the moment you clicked on this video. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Six of Cups. You are, you're very much connected with people right now. I feel like you're the kind of person that that enjoys the company of others, that you feel loved and supported in your life, and you feel like you're a member of a team. You feel like you're part of the community. You're part of the family, right? And you feel that there's an interconnectedness. It may be a chosen family. It may be the whole universe is your family, right? But I feel like you're in this very connected state right now. I feel like there are a lot of, you got a lot of people cheering you on right now. I kind of feel that you're divinely protected. I feel like this is a circle of love protection around you. Okay, we need to put this card into a little bit of context. All right, but I feel that you're a very well liked person. Yeah. Here we have a Knight of Pentacles, we have a Queen of Wands, we have a Four of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Hierophant. Interesting, okay. I feel like you're gearing up for something. You're getting ready to take a risk. You're getting ready to embark on a new path of knowledge, right? Knowledge and experience here. Let's see. Yeah, we've got a Prince of Swords, but also a Nine of Swords, a Princess of Swords, and the Princess of Pentacles. So it is the Knight that is looking at the Princess, and I think it's kind of like it's understanding that this path is necessary for you. Okay, this path is bringing out the very best qualities of you. That this is going to be, it is going to be a journey of experience, knowledge, and wisdom, of learning, of training. It's education, right? It could be that we are looking for a mentor, and I think that, I don't know why there's some stigma against that, right? I don't know why that is. We all have teachers. We all require teachers at some point in our lives. I think that you particularly, you've had a lot of teachers in your life. There may be one that's really sticking out for you. One person, whether it's a relative, family member, I'm kind of feeling that there is an older male energy in your life that you're very close to, that acted as a sort of guide or teacher or mentor to you, maybe not officially, but someone that you learned a lot from and you gained a lot of wisdom from that person. They're one of your spirit guides now. I don't know if you knew that. I'm getting a V for a name. I don't know if the letter V is significant to you in any way, but I do feel that they're still sort of guiding you in a way, and maybe they're leading you on a path where you're sort of becoming the mentor, you're becoming the teacher, you're becoming the master. Okay. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set our mystery card down right here and put our little octopus friend, the Eight of Tentacles, right on top. Well, we know it's not going to be the World card, right? But if you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. All right. Interesting that we get the World card, because I sort of feel that it goes with our Princess of Pentacles. This is like believing that we have potential in us. This is what we're sort of, the end result of all of this energy is that you're investing in yourself. Okay? The world card here is very interesting too, because it's kind of like we're investing in the world also. And so it's kind of like by us leveling ourselves up, we're kind of leveling up the world. Raising my vibrations will help to raise the collective vibrations of the universe itself, right? This is also confirming that you do have a circle of protection around you. Kind of like the universe, when you embark on this journey, and I do feel like you're contemplating a move in life. When you start on this journey, the universe is going to be there to support you. You are divinely protected right now. That's coming through very, very strongly. The universe has created a sort of bubble of love around you. Okay? And the universe wants you to go, whether it's God, goddess, deity, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, the universal mind, universal energy, or just spirit, whatever you want to call it, has created a bubble of love around you, right? And I think that your journey is going to be a safe journey. Okay? Looking around the room here, we've got, that's it. That's our major arcana. Well, now we have both of these. Okay? So I really feel like this is you finding your place in the world. And I think that you are going to encounter a series of teachers. Okay? There are a series of lessons to be learned. It's almost as if we're embarking on a quest here. And we know that there is going to be a lot of experiences, right? And what the Hierophant is here to signify is that your experiences are taking what begins as knowledge and initiating you into wisdom, right? Through the experience, right? We may know stuff, but until we actually do it, we don't embody that knowledge, right? So this is knowledge through experience becoming wisdom. Yeah, it is an initiatory path for you right now. It could be an apprenticeship of a spiritual nature. It could be that you're going to be a plumber. I don't know. Whatever it is for you. It feels that there are a lot of things that we still need to learn. And you didn't have a very good experience at school, did you? You have some aversion to, and maybe that's why at the beginning I kind of felt there's a little resistance to that word mentor or teacher, because I feel like there was that one significant person in your life that was a teacher for you, but I think it was a rarity. I feel like you did not have a good experience at school. Yeah, formal school, right? Yeah, that's interesting to me. We've got fire down here. We've got water and water. You've got air, 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 and you've got a little bit of earth and earth. The earth, of course, is very interesting because the first one we see is the Knight of Pentacles, looking at the future. These two cards together are telling me that you feel safe going on this adventure. That you feel good, you feel confident, you feel almost a peace or a harmony in your heart when you look at the path in front of you. This card's looking at the future, looking at the mountain that you want to climb, and asking yourself, do I feel lucky? Right? Asking yourself, do I feel capable? Do I feel confident about this? Does everything feel right? Is there harmony here? I think you've got this. You've got a lot of support at home or with family and friends. A lot of people are encouraging you to do this. And I think you're looking at this path and you're thinking, yeah, this is a journey that I want to take. This is maybe it's a spiritual pilgrimage. Maybe it is some traveling. Maybe it is a path of education, a path of spiritual exploration. Maybe it's a new hobby, a new career, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. But I think that this is the phase of that process where we're looking at it and we're realizing that there's no better time than right now. All the forces are aligning for you. And I do feel that divine protection. It's saying, go. Because right now, miracles are possible. Right now, everything is aligned for you. I'm expecting a Wheel of Fortune as that mystery card, you know. Now's the perfect time for you to set out on this new adventure. Yeah. And so what we have to do is we have to, it's kind of like, you know, this is where we're looking at the journey and we're saying, do I have what it takes? Do I have the knowledge? Do I have the resources? Do I got the money to do it? Do I have the love? Do I want to do it? And do I feel confident that I'm capable of doing it? Right? So we have earth, air, fire, and water. A little extra of the water. It's a vision. The Knight of Pentacles is having a vision of the future. And if the future is perhaps the potential of you kind of becoming an adept, becoming a master, becoming sort of the expert at this, or succeeding in it, right? If it is currently an apprenticeship, right, it's kind of like we're going from philosopher to initiate to the master, from knowledge to experience to wisdom, right? The vision is basically you just believing that something can happen. I'm having a vision of, I can see it happening. If you can see it happening in your mind, then it's possible for you. You got to have the Two of Cups. You got to have the love. You got to want it, right? This is the urge to merge. This is a desire in, not just in your mind or your heart, but deep down in your soul, right? This is that yearning. I want this more than anything else. And if this is there, and it's here, right? Because you have this, you have this. You can't have one without the other. You can't have this confidence and this belief in yourself and this absolute certainty that I can do this. If you don't want to do it, this energy is not going to be there. This is that power inside of you that believes in you, that knows that you can do this because you want it so bad. You love it so much. It could be a relationship. It could be a family. It could be building a business. It could be starting a business, starting a company. It could be going back to school. It could be traveling. It could be kind of going on this spiritual quest. It's learning this thing. It's learning what you're capable of. It's becoming that master, that wise master that we see with the Hierophant. Becoming, the one who knows. The one who knows through experience. Yeah. But you love it this much. That this energy, this confidence is here. And maybe this is really about overcoming a fear. Maybe it is this idea that we had such a terrible time in school. Again, I don't think that you had a very pleasant experience in school, grade school, high school. Maybe this is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to invest in myself. I want to go back and I'm going to do it. And so it's really it's about uncovering what our real fear is and believing that we can overcome that. Okay. So this is that fire energy that we need. This is the belief in ourselves, the fire, the confidence, the assertiveness that says, I can do it. I am capable of this, right? Just as the Knight of Pentacles is sort of asking, do I got the money to do it? Do I have the resources? Do I have the time and the energy to invest, The Four of Swords in the background position, you do have the knowledge. You kind of know what this is. You know about it, right? You've learned with your head, you're applying it with your hands, and you're going to know it by heart. Yeah. You have to believe, you have to behave if you're going to become that Hierophant. And now the Hierophant doesn't exactly say what it is that you're doing, but what it says is that you're taking just knowledge of something and you're becoming so great at it that if you wanted to, you could teach others how to do it, right? Doesn't mean you have to or that you're going to, but that you could. And so this is a way of really describing this progression, right? Going from just mere knowledge of something, Four of Swords. I understand the concepts. I've read the book, right? And now here I am doing the work, wanting to do it, knowing I can do it and doing it, having the support around you, a family and friends, and doing the work to become the master of it, right? To believe, to behave, to become. Knowledge, experience, wisdom. Yeah, I like that. To will, to know, to dare, right? And to keep silent. Mind, body, and soul here, right? Thinking, doing, being. I love this. I love this. So the Four of Swords, yeah, I feel like this is, just because you didn't have a good time in school doesn't mean that you weren't good at school. You may not have been someone who really thrived in like a traditional learning situation. Maybe I kind of feel like you went to school, but then there was some point where you didn't drop out, but you went on like home studies or like independent studies, what they used to call it when I was in school. For those kids that just couldn't thrive in the school setting. So, and I did that. In my junior and senior year of high school, I did home studies. Right, it was a whole thing. One day I'll tell the story. Not my proudest moment, but I ended up graduating early. Right, so you're a very smart person, but I feel like you have a non-traditional education in some way. Okay. And now I think that you're really like you're applying this. You're striving for something. You're on a quest here. Whatever your goals are, you're going to be absolutely amazing at them because you have this divine protection. Now, we need to talk about the path of the serpent, and I know we have a lot of air energy, especially a 9 of Swords. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. The general energy for you is this Prince of Swords. This is commitment. This is a promise to ourselves, right? This is focus, mental focus. This is believing in ourselves. This is believing in the path. This is holding it in our mind. This is concentration. It's not indecision. It's not, I don't know what to do. This is, I know what to do. I know how to do it. Now it's just a matter of doing it, right? And so this is kind of like, this is when we have locked in to the GPS satellite, and that GPS satellite is the star. It is your soul. It is this sort of our North Star, right? We're sort of navigating by starlight here. And once we lock into that, the mind is fixed. The mind is pointed right at that goal. And even if we get thrown off course, even if it's a twisty, turny kind of journey, we know where we're going. We're locked in on that GPS, that spiritual satellite, And this is a very good general energy to have, especially when the next card is that 9 of Swords. Because this is something that is, God, I don't even know how to describe this. It's Mars in Gemini. Okay? This is our expectation that it is going to be a nightmare out here. Okay, we believe we can do it. We are divinely protected. We have love in our heart. We have knowledge. We have resources, and we're going to go toward our goal. We feel like it's going to be painful, miserable, grueling, right? This is that feeling that when most people, they'll quit. Most people, they say, I don't want to do it anymore. It's too hot out here. I don't want to do it anymore. It's too cold out here. I'm too hungry. I'm too tired, right? It's too painful. It's too hard. Okay, and this is pain. It's mental pain, anguish, really, right? Anguish. But you understand that this is what's out there, and I think we're psyching ourselves up for a really challenging and miserable experience. I think that we're kind of, we're expecting the absolute worst. And so we're preparing ourselves for that. We're psyching up our Queen of Wands so that we can go out and face this outside. If this were outside, right, everyone would want to stay home. Okay, because this is beyond uncomfortable. This is psychically painful. Okay. And so this really is, I think, the real challenge here is overcoming this resistance, this aversion. It's kind of like you're gearing up to go face your biggest fear, to go face your worst nightmare, right? I think it's going to be a lot better than you think. I think this is why we have that recurring idea of that divine protection, that you're in this bubble of love. Things are not going to be as bad as you anticipate. This is the idea of let's say you're going back to school. This is kind of what we're expecting. We expect people to be mean to us. We expect it to be miserable. We expect pain and suffering and anguish. Okay? It takes a very strong person to go out into this kind of a storm. Okay, and that's why we had to go through this process of, do you want it? Do you believe you're capable of it? Do you kind of know the way? Do you have support of family and friends? Do you have the resources that you need? Okay, then you can do it. It may not be easy. You're going to have to go through hell. Pardon my language, but that's what this card really is. It's internal. Okay, this is internal. This, I think, is our expectation. I think what we're going to get is much different than this, though. Okay? Sometimes this is the card of kind of a projection. And in a way, we're projecting our greatest fear out there, and we're gearing up for the very worst. And if we're prepared for the very worst, what we get in reality is probably going to be a little bit less than the very worst, so it's going to seem a little easier, you know? It's kind of like we're hoping for the best, we're expecting the worst, and it's going to be somewhere in between. All right. The next card is the Princess of Swords. And the Princess of Swords is this idea of learning, of always being curious. It's kind of the difficulty here is sort of getting back into that mode of doing the thing that I think we have a natural aversion to. Okay, it's kind of like, and I'm just using sort of education as an example, but if we were somebody that really had a bad time in school, and now we're going to go back to school and we're going to get that like master's degree or whatever, right? We're expecting it to be just a very, very painful experience, like literally causes pain to be in that to be in that situation. The Princess of Swords is trying to find new ways to be okay with that, finding ways to make it through that difficulty. Learning new coping skills, learning new ways to deal with that kind of anguish, okay? In an effort to do the thing that we really, really want to do, we have to be willing to suffer. We have to be willing to go through the worst pain we could imagine to get to that goal, to bring out the very best potential in us, right? It's kind of like, you know, the pain and suffering make us stronger, right? We all heard that, no pain, no gain, right? That old cliche. But I think that finding ways to do the thing, even when we don't want to do it, even when it's too hot, it's too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry. This is the card of too, right? Too much of something. Too many swords, right? Too much confusion. It's too wet outside. It's too dry outside. It's too bright outside. It's too dark outside. It's the card of too much. Okay? When we find ways to push through and do it anyway, then we're realizing that that's the process. That is the change. That is us becoming the master. It's not the diploma at the end of the university course. It's not the moment you graduate and you get handed that magical certificate that says you're now a master. No, it's because of all of that painful as hell work that you did to get there. Going on stage and getting that piece of paper is just the formal part of it. You're still a master even if you don't go up on stage and get that magical piece of paper. You know what I mean? You don't need the formal recognition to have that, to be the master, to have that wisdom. Okay, so in a sense, it's kind of saying we don't have to go the traditional route. Okay, we don't have to do that thing in that way and do it the sort of the tried and true way, or we don't have to take the path that everybody else has traveled to do that thing, to become the master at it, right? So maybe this card is really about finding ways to get there, pushing through those fears, but realizing that it's not about that formal ceremony at the end, but it's about the process of struggling through this and doing it that's going to mean the most to you. That really is demonstrating your commitment, and that is molding you into the master that you're going to be. Yeah. And the Princess of Pentacles at the end, well, that is you believing that you have the potential in you. Okay? And this is where we're beginning that assessment. We're saying, do I have it in me? Right now, this is like winter. Do I have what it takes to bring out this abundance, to bring springtime, right? I wonder if the mystery card will be the Empress, because it is the Princess of Pentacles that transforms into the Empress. Okay. So we have to ask ourselves in a very real way, do I have it in me? Is this really who I am? Like, if I ask myself, do I have it in me to be, a professional basketball player? No, probably not. I don't think I could. I mean, maybe, but no, right? We have to be reasonable. We have to understand what really is within us. If I want to be that basketball player so bad that nothing else in my life matters, well, then maybe I'll spend my entire life trying to do that. Okay? But we have to look and see, is that something that is in here that can grow out of me? If it's not already in here, there's nothing I can do, no matter how badly I want it, that's going to make me grow into a professional basketball player. We have to understand that you can't have a tomato seed and grow it into an oak tree. It's going to be a tomato, right? Doesn't matter how badly you want it to be an oak tree, it's going to be a tomato. And you know what? I love tomatoes. It's the Italian in me. Greek Italian, actually. Anyway, so we have to have that realistic sort of self-knowledge. We need that self-awareness, all right? But whatever is in you, you have to love it so much and believe that you can become that. If you're the tomato seed, be the tomato plant. If you're the acorn, be the oak tree. Let's look at the mystery card. I want this to be the Eight of Pentacles or the Empress. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. Three of Swords. Wasn't expecting that, were we? This is, in a way, us sort of killing our heart, In other words, we are conquering our fear with this one. This is kind of like that we're not letting this fear or the worry or the doubt, we're not letting any of that Nine of Swords energy kind of creep in and destroy what we believe here, To me, it kind of feels like the only thing that's going to cause real sorrow here, real foundational, fundamental anguish and misery, is for you to let something prevent you from doing this, to let yourself prevent you from doing this, let your fear prevent you from doing this. See, we have fear and love. Love up here, fear over here. One cannot exist where the other one is. Light and dark cannot exist in the same frame of, the same space and time, right? When there is light, it's kind of like it pushes the shadow, pushes the darkness away. When there is darkness, it means there is the absence of light, right? So where there is love, it pushes away the fear. And I think that this card is really about what is really truly devastating is for us to give up on ourselves, to not grow into whatever plant we are the seed of. No matter what our obstacles, no matter what our fears are, the only real failure, the only real defeat is to not strive with everything we have to bring forth what is within us. If we don't bring it forth, it's going to destroy us. I think it is our duty to bring it out to the best of our ability. Right. The Three of Swords is also memory. It's also realizing that our fear now is because of something we were afraid of before. And again, it's kind of like you had a bad experience at school in your past, right? Well, that means when you think about going back to school now, all those feelings are going to come back. And we're going to feel that all of that stuff now. The mind doesn't know if something happened in the past or is happening now or is happening in the future. So this card is really about the power of controlling our thoughts. Our thoughts can either help us and support us and make us happy and fill us with love, or our thoughts can destroy us. Whatever we can imagine intensely, the soul, the body, the mind, the heart are going to assume are happening right now. So when we're reliving all that negative stuff from when we were in school back in the day, We're feeling all those feelings now. It's basically, for all intents and purposes, it's like it's happening right now. Okay. And I think this is a very important thing to understand, because when we're projecting out this Nine of Swords in the environment, we're already assuming that this is going to be an absolutely miserable time. And you know what? If that's what we believe it will be, that's what will be. So maybe we have to realize that, hey, if we focus on love, we can push this out. The love can chase away the fear. The sun can chase away the darkness. Yeah. And you are divinely protected right now. We're going to do an extended reading. We'll do some oracle cards. We'll do an Jing reading. There is a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces on Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.